Hello everyone. In this video lecture, we will study the topic HRD in service industries such as your hospitals, your tourism sector, banking sectors, insurance sectors, etc. So let's start with the video lecture. First, we will study what is service industry. ठीक है so economic theory traditionally looks at the society which consisting of three main sectors, that is primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. So the primary sector, that is also known as agricultural sector, which includes the occupation and activities like agriculture, forestry, fishing, mining, quarrying, etc. And the secondary sector, that is also known as industrial sector, comprising of manufacturing and construction. Now the third sector, that is known as service sector, comprising of activities like banking, tourism, insurance, transportation, communication, education, etc. So the service sector therefore comprises the activities and occupations which provide a wide variety of services to the individual, business and a government establishment and also to the other organization. So it has a crucial role to play in the society. Those services will create the value by providing a bridge between the producer of the goods and the beneficiaries, or between the production and consumption segment. So this is why the growth of service sector in the modern society is linked with the increased productivity of manufacturing sector. So one of the major characteristics is that modern socio-economic development, which has been the increasingly dominant role in the service sector. As the economy develops, the relative contribution of the primary and secondary sector decreases in the economy, while the contribution of the service sector increases. So the range of services in India has increased in both breadth and depth. For example, financial services like your banking services, in this the bank enters into the project lending, merchant banking, foreign exchange, etc. And various personal and the business risk can be insured through the insurance sector like LIC, general insurance, etc. Next is tourism industry. So there has been an increase in the variety of services in the tourism industries like hotels, lodges, etc. And next is health services, which include the government hospitals, community health centers, private clinics, etc., which is one of the fastest growing service sector in India. One of the fastest growing sector is tourism sector in India. So with the service sector, there is a need to develop a service culture, and here there is a concept of consumer care which becomes an extremely relevant. So consumer service has become the strategic tool which is to be regarded as a positive force for increasing the sales. Now the next topic is the role and features of HRD in service sector. So first we will study about the roles. So unlike the goods which are manufactured in agriculture and industrial sector, the service is intangible and perishable in the sense that it can't be stored for future consumption. So this implies that the service organizations are responsible not only for producing the product but also for immediately transferring the services, that is providing this services to the consumers. The service sector in the service sector organization has to play a very critical social role in the country. It has provide so by extending the benefits to the people of all the social and economic segment, it provides the opportunity for the development and also for the reduction of the socio-economic disparities. And it also enables a weaker section to have an access of benefits of modernization by providing the common services to all the sectors, and so that it will reduce the social and psychological distance. For example, government services such as administration and judicial services are available to all without discrimination. And the professionalization of service industry has made the services such as hospital, travel agents, hotel, legal aid, rehabilitation, etc. available to all those who can pay a prescribed fee regardless of their social background. Now the next thing that we will study is features of service sector. Under this, the first feature is intangibility of product. Since the service is the provision of value to a customer, so without a physical product, so this could create a lack of clarity about the task and erosion of self confidence. So HRD has to create a appreciation of client need and a pride in the potency of services to meet these needs. Next is high public exposure. The service industry is much more exposed to its clients. Even if the industry does not proactively promote its services, the clients may take the initiative and beat at its door. The staff needs relationship skills and tolerance of customer reactions. Next is size constraint. To be effective, the service industry should not be perceived as a huge, slow, and monolith, in face of which the customer is anonymous and insignificant. So, conceptualization of role is especially important. The roles at the environment consumer interference needs to be so designed as to enhance the services. Next is backroom technology. At the consumer end, service has to be simple to understand. Like HRD has to ensure that those at the delivery end of the service industry understand the power and limitations of this backup technology. So while at the same time technicians understood the consumer needs, abilities, and limitation. Next is specialized knowledge. The level of general and specialized education tends to be relatively high in service industry. So the service industry is like a consultancy, has to be intellectually a few steps ahead of its clients to be a real value to them. So the research and learning orientation is needed in service industry. Next is propensity of disintegration. So service industry seems to have the high tendency to disintegrate. So depending upon the personal ambition and inequalities, etc., the rebel group breaks away from the mother organization and forms a new one. So therefore the HRD needs to provide for more participation in planning and control of projects, as well as sharing of reward, whether psychic satisfaction, fame, visibility, profit, and upward mobility. Now let us study the HRD in different sectors one by one. First we will study HRD in public sector banks. So in India, the banking sector has become the key sector of national economy, contributing to its growth through the rural banking and credit deployment to the masses, international banking, and other services. So the task of economic upliftment of rural masses has been taken up by the banks with the rapid spread of branches in rural areas and concerned and implementation of integrated rural development program in rural India. So the HRD in the public sector must ensure flowering of potential of individuals through the innovation, quality circle of team building and work life improvement, circle management and branch management board at the training ground, wide participation in policy formulation, mediation, room for creative thinking and organizational renewal. Next is capability development through the study circle and brainstorming session. The institution of welfare officers adopted branches for all round development of employee grievances and customer services. Next is communication at all level of management and formal collection of feedback. And performance appraisal system is developed in public sector banks. Next is establishment of human resource development divisions in public sector banks. So these are the HRD activities which must be carried out in public sector banks. Next is HRD in the LIC, or we can say the insurance sector. So the Life Insurance Corporation of India was set up in 1956 by Government of India on the nationalization of life insurance business. So it took over the entire life insurance business, which has been translated in India by the private companies till then. There are the lot of roles that HRD has to play in LIC. So then under this, the first one is that HRD must ensure that there must be the adequate number of persons with the sound insurance background and experiences, both as a generalist and a specialist, are available at different level to facilitate and enhance the standard of service to customers and to the fast growth. Next one is that HRD must provide the human resource policies that are not only fair and just but also to be perceived as a fair and just. It also provides an employee equitable opportunities to move up in the organization on the basis of their performance and ability. Next one is that it also provides an employees It also ensures that employees can develop a sense of independence and self confidence. It also provides employees an opportunity for learning of new and varied skills, thus making the work more satisfying and meaningful. And it also provides an opportunity for training and development of employees with a special potential. Next service sector is tourism sector. So HRD in tourism sector. So in India, the tourism sector has been promoted by both government of India and also by the various private sectors, looking for the development of human resource according to the need of this sector. So over the year, the government has introduced the many ambitious project in the tourism industries like Visit India, uh, uh, s- various circuits, heritage schemes for giving the tourism as a boost, giving the boost at the tourism industry. So the manpower development. So Government of India has opened the few vocational colleges and institutions to cater at the development of human resource, especially in tourism sector. For example, the National Council of Hotel Management and Catering Technology runs the institution of hotel management and food craft training, and so that the manpower development usually deals with the following areas. First one is the specific skill development and training sessions and workshops must be organized to develop the managerial and entrepreneurial skills, and management courses are run by both government and the private sectors to impart the necessary skills. Next is that it must employ both skilled and unskilled labor and workers to by imparting them the short term vocational courses. Next is that it also impart the training to mold and employees according to their own needs and requirements. It also provides the autonomy. Some autonomy has to be accorded to them in order to handle the day to day working of tourism sector, and the decision making capabilities have to be developed so that they will become the more decisive and confident in their work. Next is a congenial environment must exist, means the good environmental good working condition must exist, and then employees work product so that the employees may work productively. And also there must be a career development, counseling, performance monitoring and appraisal of subordinates in the tourism sector. Thank you. This is all about the HRD in service industries.